Coming up on Bloom, meet a family at sea traveling the world for nearly an entire year together. And find out how trying sleep hypnosis can help you get some Z's.
Sleep hypnosis is just a relaxation technique, essentially, and I use guided verbal suggestions and imagery to lead people into a soporific state.
Plus, we're trying a fun way to burn calories and get in shape. We'll have all that and more as Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, starts now. I'm Gayle Guyardo. Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, a full hour dedicated to your health and wellness. So get ready to bloom. Trying new things is essential for personal growth and development. Stepping out of your comfort zone could be the best thing for you. Introducing you to new interests and opportunities. And becoming a new parent is one of life's greatest gifts. This phase of life is a profound and life-altering experience that brings about a multitude of changes. Studies have even found that having a baby changes psychological well-being in several ways, including a strong increase in life satisfaction and happiness. It shifts your priorities and quickly helps you develop new skills. Joining us now with his personal perspective is WFLA Now Emmy and Murrow award-winning digital anchor JB Buno, who is also a new dad. JB, congratulations.
You can add that to the titles, I suppose.
Yes.
Now, new dad. But you know, I'm used to coming on Bloom and being an expert, but when it comes to being a new dad, I am not an expert by any means, Gayle, so take it easy on me if you would.
Yeah, it doesn't come with an owner's manual or anything
No.
like that, but how is it being a new father?
Oh, it's a joy. It's certainly a challenge, but it's a joy, and it's something that my wife and I have embraced, and we're enjoying every moment of it so far. There are hard nights every now and again, but you just have to, embrace the journey that you're on. And here's little JJ. He is 3 months old. This is my favorite video of all time. When he smiles at the camera, and he's at an exciting stage right now.
Yeah, every stage is really so beautiful, and I tell people to please embrace these moments because they are so fleeting, and you look back and you realize you don't get a do-over. They move on, they grow, they change, so these precious memories and moments are so incredible. How has it been? Because I juggled family and a busy career, and I know you're in the news industry. How has that shifted your perspective?
It's just changed your priorities in life. You really, having a child really gives you tremendous perspective, and you being a parent, I'm sure that you can really understand that better than somebody who isn't a parent. But like, it just you have this just new love and joy in your life that you just want to make sure that your child just has the best life possible. And I'm really fortunate to have Devin. My wife and I are tremendous team players when it comes to this. And there's Devin there, and we play to each other's strengths. We have conversations. We talk about what we're good at, what we're not so good at, and we just try to make each and every day as special as humanly possible.
I think that's great. You and I were talking about this earlier, and this whole show is dedicated to trying new things. And we think, well, parenting, but a lot of people, back in the day, it's like you wanted to get married, start a family, like it was just a rite of passage. But a lot of young people, because I talked to my 4 daughters, and one of them is like, will I be able to do this in this crazy world? Like they're more trepidatious about entering into parenthood in the crazy world that we live in. But would you say, because I look at it this way, once you step into it, it just starts to become, you figure it out. Yeah,
you do. And if you're fortunate, you also have a great support system of people around you that want to help out. And Devin and I were together for 8 years, knew each other for 8 years before we actually started a family. And so some people, their journey's different. Some people, they meet, they fall in love, and within 2 or 3 years they're having kids, or even sooner than that. For us, it was, we wanted to wait a little bit, but there should be, if you want to have a child, there shouldn't be anything holding you back other than being in love with the person that you're with and just trying to understand, what kind of life you want to live, and having those conversations, I think, it's really important.
Yeah, and I think too, I mean, and you and I were talked about this as well, is that, there's no longer the age restriction. Like I had my now 16-year-old at the age of 41, and if you guys do the math, I'll be in the graduation ceremony waving my AARP card to everybody. But it's almost like they bring youth to you. They make you young again. They make you find your energy. They make you find your focus on life, and they help you prioritize, like we said.
Yeah, and we're probably not there just yet, because we're trying to get our sleep right now. That's the most important thing. We're only at 3 months through this process, but we're learning on the go, and it's it's another thing that we talk about on the show, you and I, a lot, is about social media. And there's a tremendous amount of resources now, more than there was 20, 30 years ago when it came to the internet. I mean, like pregnancy TikTok or newborn TikTok is very much a real thing, where people are sharing experiences, sharing vulnerabilities, sharing life hacks or baby hacks. And there are things that can come into play with social media that, really good. Social media we talk about sometimes being a negative influence, but in certain instances and in this chapter of our lives, it's really been a bonus for us.
Yeah, a bonus. And then, of course, you and I talked about this a little bit at the holiday party last year, which seems like forever ago. But, that we also need to be careful about what we post with our kids. I mean, all throughout my kids' life, I never posted a school emblem or made it obvious where they were. Like, we can share because it helps grow other people's enthusiasm, but we always share with caution.
Yeah, and that's one of the most important conversations that I feel like you have to have now. And it's not a conversation that you had to really have 30 years ago. It's a very modern conversation. How much do we want to share of our child's life and their, even their first couple of years on social media? Some people are going to be more open. Some are going to be more guarded. And it's about, but then again, I have family in different parts around the country, and they want to stay updated. They're like, when are you going to post to Facebook? We want pictures on Facebook and stuff like that. And so you try to find that happy medium of what's right for you.
Well, just so you know, JB, your son is going to grow up and be a teenager, and he's going to have to look at all the pictures before you post them.
That's right.
I don't even always get posting privileges these days, but thank you so much.
Of
Congratulations
course.
to you,
Thank you,
Devin, and we're always wishing you the best here on Bloom.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll let Devin know. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We're going to share JB's story on BloomTampaBay.com, and make sure you follow JB on WFLA Now and use the hashtag #HeyJB. And when we come back, how trying sleep hypnosis could lead to a good night's sleep. Don't go away. You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection. Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today. Welcome back to Bloom. In a moment of desperation, facing yet another night of insomnia, I jumped on YouTube looking for something to calm my busy brain, and I stumbled upon a therapist who specializes in sleep hypnosis. Here's a little taste of what you can expect.
It's Tansy here from Tansy Forest Hypnotherapy. I am here for you with a sleep hypnosis to fall deeply asleep in minutes, and we will be taking a beautiful and relaxing walk in autumn. I do hope you enjoy.
I am super excited to introduce you to Tansy Forest, all the way from the United Kingdom. Tansy, it is such a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for helping me drift off to sleep night after night after night.
Oh, you are so welcome, Gayle. It's lovely to meet you too.
So, Tansy, tell me a little bit about your journey to becoming a hypnotherapist.
So I grew up with a great family and a good education, but in my life I faced trauma and as a result had anxiety, sleepless nights, and I also suffered with alcohol use disorder. But despite this, I didn't want this to stop me having a happy and successful life. So I started on my journey to doing a lot of work, and this is when I found hypnotherapy, which helped me relax, helped me alleviate a lot of the symptoms. So I decided to leave my high stress job as a school teacher behind and retrain as a hypnotherapist so I could help others feel better too.
And for people that have never experienced sleep hypnosis or hypnosis of any kind, I think it's important to mention that you are in control. No one's taking over your mind. You're really just helping people center themselves and focus on what's important, and that's a good night's rest.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So sleep hypnosis is just a relaxation technique, essentially. And I use guided verbal suggestions and imagery to lead people into a soporific state conducive to sleep. And there's many benefits to this. It can help with insomnia, anxiety, letting go of stress, and also mild forms of pain.
And Tansy, I think it's so cool, and I want you to explain what inspires your content. But I will say, from a listener's perspective, because typically I've got my earbuds in and I'm, trying to stay quiet next to my husband and fall asleep. But when I wake up the next morning and I Google the places that you mentioned, your visual cues are so detailed that in my mind, it looks exactly like the pictures on Google of where you're taking us. So tell me about your inspiration.
Thank you. Well, I grew up in Dorset, in the South English countryside. I spent my summers sailing and walking in the forests there. So this experience really inspired the scenes that I create and the imagery, whether it's a forest scene, whether it's a lake, a lush pasture, or a seascape, to help people really just wind down and let go of the day.
And while I was on your YouTube channel, looking for ways to fall asleep, I noticed that you also help people with other behavioral changes. And for me, on a personal level, I like the way you speak about confidence and everything being okay and not maybe being so hard on yourself.
Yeah, that's right. So actually, hypnosis is such a flexible tool, and I help many clients to improve their lives. And I specialize in weight loss and also alcohol moderation. I've just finished a book actually on alcohol moderation, and it's very easy for me to weave these positive suggestions about behavior techniques into the hypnosis to help people enact the changes they want to see in their life. So, for example, you might see sleep hypnosis and weight loss, or sleep hypnosis and alcohol moderation, to allow people to drink less and thrive.
And the more we listen and the more we subscribe to your channel, the more you're able to help people. I know you have Patreons that, donate money to help you continue to do what you do, but the fact that there are free resources out there for people to naturally fall asleep and have access to a professional like you is very important.
Yeah, that's part of my philosophy. I want people with, less economic resources to be able to access high quality material. So that's part of my business model, that obviously I see one-to-one clients that can afford it, but also those that can't can also get, a good night's rest and some good audio tracks to listen to.
And I have found, and I was wondering if this holds true for other people, that listening to you night after night after night, I've actually learned along the way ways to calm myself down on my own. While it does help to listen to you, it's almost like you teach people how to take control of their sleep.
Yeah, that's right. So because I'm a practicing therapist and I myself have suffered with stress, sleepless nights, and anxiety, a lot of the things that I found helpful for me, like breathing techniques and progressive muscle relaxation, for example, that's the stuff that helped me feel better. So I have an empathy with others facing challenging times, challenging life events, and so on and so forth.
Well, Tansy, after you helping me through all those sleepless nights, I never thought I would have the opportunity to meet you, but I certainly appreciate you agreeing to come on Bloom.
Thank you so much. And I have to say, my American audience is very loyal and it's wonderful to be here today. So thank you, Gayle. And I hope that you continue to get much benefit from those recordings.
I know I will. Thank you, Tansy. And we're going to share Tansy's story on bloomtampabay.com. And when we come back, something new you can try to greatly improve your vision And later, meet a husband and wife trying something really cool, sailing the world with their 9-year-old twins, all while working and going to school on a cruise ship. Bloom will be right back. You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection. Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today.
The following portion of Bloom is sponsored by Newsome Eye.
Welcome back. Cutting-edge vision correction procedures are happening right here in Tampa Bay. Joining us now is Newsome Eye cataract and LASIK surgeon and board-certified ophthalmologist, Dr. T. Hunter Newsome, who has implanted more light-adjustable lenses than any other surgeon in the world, along with cataract refractive and glaucoma surgeon, Dr. Brian Szabo. Doctors, welcome to Bloom.
Thank you for having us.
Great to be here.
Great to have you both. So, Dr. Newsome, exciting new technology available right here in the Tampa Bay area.
It is. The light adjustable lens for the first time ever lets us remove someone's cataract or lens and implant a new lens, which we have the ability to change the shape of that lens to give the patient the best potential vision that they can have. Current technology, we have to kind of guess what shape lens we should put in that gives you the best vision. Instead, we put the lens in, let the patient use that lens, focusing their vision for distance and near what's going to give them the best vision, and then change that lens to give them the most accurate vision they can get.
And you know, whenever new technology comes to the marketplace, people are like, I want to give this doctor a little time to figure it out. But you have been doing this for years, even at the FDA level.
Yeah, so we first did our first lens in 2012 as part of the original FDA study. So we had to figure out how to take this technology, how do we use it and develop it, and then how do we maximize the results. So for the last 5 years or so, it's been available to other surgeons around the United States, and we're lucky enough to be involved in teaching and training other people how to use this technology and get these excellent results, better than any other lens that's ever been on the market before.
And Dr. Szabo, I know you came to the Tampa Bay area years ago just to learn from the best, Dr. Newsome here. So talk to me about the LAL lens and how it compares to other, technology out there.
So the coolest part about this lens is the adjustability. So any other kind of lens that we use is a fixed lens, meaning that we make the best educated guess on which lens is going to fit best for this patient, but we can't change it. With this new technology, the light adjustable lens technology, we can actually, after surgery, adjust it and move it for the patient to give them more distance vision or give them more near vision or a little bit of both. So that's the coolest part about this lens, is the adjustability aspect of it.
And what has the experience been like working with Dr. Newsome?
So I actually sought out fellowships who specifically specialize in this lens. And I found Dr. Newsome very close to the area here. And I came to train with him just to learn this lens. So I spent a whole year with him learning the ins and outs of this lens, who to use it in, who not to use it in. So it's been a pretty cool experience for me.
And because you're a leader in this, I know people are lining up to come and have this done because everybody deserves those Newsome eyes.
They do. So you can find us on the website, newsomeeye.com, or give us a call on our phone, 813-908-2020. Get in touch with us. We do this all day long, every day.
Because this is a game changer when it comes to vision.
It's really disruptive technology. So every company that's out there is really looking to say, how can they try and do this and have an adjustable lens?
And you've been doing it, like you said, since 2012.
Since 2012, yep.
You've seen it in motion, and here it is ready and available in Tampa Bay.
It is, yep.
All right, well, doctors, thank you so much for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Gayle.
Yep.
All right, you can visit newsomeeye.com or call 813-908-2020 to schedule your appointment today. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.
The preceding portion of Bloom was sponsored by Newsome Eye.
Living the Tampa Bay lifestyle means enjoying the sand, sun, and outdoors fun. So get out, get active, and nurture those healthy habits. Hey there, I'm Gayle, host of Bloom. Now there's a new all-inclusive place with everything you need to shape your lifestyle, boost your health, and improve your wellness. BloomTampaBay.com, Tampa Bay's premier health and wellness website, made to help you feel good. Whether you're a fitness fanatic, beauty buff, or just want to take your first step towards positive change, this free website is for you. See the Bay Area's hottest fitness products, the latest workout crazes, and learn nutrition tips from the experts. Plus, discover local events and experiences designed with your well-being in mind. Cultivate a healthy mind, body, and soul. Check out BloomTampaBay.com, your local health and wellness website. That's BloomTampaBay.com. A lot of people are still working remotely, and that is giving them tremendous opportunities to try new things. Joining me now are husband and wife entrepreneurs Sebastian and Barbara Kobus, who embarked on a 9-month travel journey sailing the world with their 9-year-old twins. Welcome to Bloom, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. I want to start with your family tagline, design the life you desire. So here you guys are aboard a world cruise.
Yeah. It's quite the epic story. So this was one of those things that one of the blessings that came out of COVID, that we knew that we wanted to travel the world with our children when they were about 10 years old. Little did we know that it would be on board a cruise ship. And the story gets better because it is on board the cruise ship that he and I met on working as crew members. So I worked for Royal Caribbean for about 13 years, and Sebastian also did. And Royal Caribbean, for the first time ever, came out with a 274-day world cruise. And we said, this is a sign, we got to do it. And so we started setting up our companies so that we could be remote for 9 months. We started talking to our kids' school about what it could look like. And everybody was so excited for us for this journey that it was a no-brainer that we had to do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you're changing everything you know for 9 months, which is a lot of time. So much went into making this happen. Yeah,
really, really, truly. Well, we told our kids' school about a year, Sebastian, before we had already booked it. So we booked it, and a year later we told the school, and the principal of their school was like, this is the best thing you could ever do for their education. And they happen to, we're from Miami, and they're in a charter school, and they happen to have a virtual school as well. So they just moved the kids over. And then you can talk about the work side. Our company is mostly cruise lines. We have a printing and graphic design company. And it was just kind of one of these things where the company was operating around us.
Yeah.
Everything, all the decisions were made around us being there every day.
Yeah, we have remote workers. So what we did is we switch. So a lot of the remote workers, they start coming and they stay in our house, and then we take the remote route.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And how's it working for the kids with school? I mean, you got the business side figured out. How are the kids doing with all of this?
They're thrilled because they had about a month off of school. And so they just started this week, and their virtual teacher has been amazing. She has just been like flexible. They're primarily doing school on the sea days. Today's a sea day, and we have 2 coming up. So you kind of, on board a cruise ship, we know this from being crew members, is you don't really, where you wake up every morning. You don't know what day of the year it is. You don't know what day of the week it is. And so they just know they have to do schoolwork on sea days. And for us, we also know we have to do business
it's
on
not Monday
our
to
sea
Friday.
days.
It's like sea day to sea day. 4th day is the day of the family day. And
we're 41 days in, and what the kids have experienced, what they have learned so far is just like, we can't even imagine. We have 230 days ahead of us. And yesterday they were doing a test in their Spanish class, and it was asking them about penguins, Magellan penguins. And maybe 5 days ago, we saw Magellan penguins. We went to a penguin sanctuary. And so it was just a cool thing that they're like showing us, hey, we just experienced this. Because right now we're on the southern tip of South America, Ushuaia. We're actually sailing through the fjords in Tierra del Fuego between Chile and Argentina.
That's incredible. As a parent who is getting pretty antsy at the thought of being an empty nester in the next couple of years, just how has it felt to be able to spend such incredible quality time together? Because as I heard about this story and researched you guys before having the opportunity to talk to you today. I have to say, I was very, very envious because it just sounds like a dream come true.
Yeah.
It did start with a dream. So almost 20 years ago, I was working on the ship, and I was working with kids upstairs in the activities, and I always dream about like one day having a family and having kids, and hopefully one day taking a cruise with them. And here we are, maybe 20 years later, after dreaming about it, and like 20 years later, with my family, with the kids, having the best, ever cruise that I think that
and it's also
existed.
it's just the simple things of life is that, and I think we posted about this a little bit, is that when your day-to-day friction points are gone, like you're not having to get kids dressed for school, you're not having to drive to school, you're not having to pack book bags, laundry, cooking. Like when we're sitting, and we get to have 3 meals a day together that I didn't have to prepare.
I love it. I love it. This is amazing. I'm so excited that you guys from aboard the ship could join us and share your incredible journey. We wish you well, and when you get back, we're here waiting to hear all about your trip.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
So much,
Thanks for following us.
Absolutely. And we're going to share this family's incredible story on bloomtampabay.com. And when we come back, we're trying a healthy spin on barbecue. Don't go away. Bloom will be right back. You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. We begin where your checkup ends. Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today. Welcome back to Bloom. We've got an incredible barbecue recipe with a healthy twist from our friends at Four Rivers Smokehouse. Joining me now is Chef Derek Perez with some amazing chicken.
Thank you so much for having us today.
Absolutely. So talk to me a little bit about the secret of making barbecue chicken, because that's a fan favorite for people that might not even really like barbecue.
Right. I like to think that the holy grail of barbecue is slow and low, but this is just a little bit higher of a temperature, which gives the skin a little more crispiness and allows the smoke to kind of permeate it.
Okay, so how do we get started?
So we take your brined chicken and kind of pat it dry a little bit. This lets the seasoning stick and the smoke actually also. So we take that, take a little bit of our Four Rivers all-purpose seasoning here and season generously and all the little cracks underneath the wings.
Do you do it also under the skin or only on the skin?
We can do under the skin, you can do over the skin, whatever your preference is at home.
Okay.
But typically we just go on top of the skin. That gives a nice crispy crunch to it, right?
Okay.
So after we would season it real nicely, we go ahead and put it in the smoker.
Okay, sounds good.
So we
Through the magic of TV, of course, everyone, we have one already smoked for us.
already smoked.
All right, and so how long are you cooking that?
So we would do this, depending on your chicken size, anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours probably. You want to do somewhere around 250 to 300 degrees.
Okay.
With a nice hickory wood.
That's
with a good
nice.
smoke on it.
That's nice. So I notice you only do the chicken with the seasoning. Like you're not putting any sauce until after it comes out.
Right. You really want that smoke to adhere to the skin and give it that nice golden texture at the end.
Okay, and I know you guys obviously have all the equipment and all the ways to do it right, but the home chef can do this with your recommendations of taking that heat just a little bit lower and cooking that chicken a lot longer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can use charcoal, you can use wood, you can use smoked chips that have been soaking in water, or even apple juice. You can kind of play with it at home.
Okay, sounds good. So what happens next?
So next we would take them out of the smoker, give them a nice douse of our SIG sauce. It's a barbecue signature sauce here.
All right.
And then we hit them on the grill. We just kiss them for a little bit to kind of caramelize the sugars in the sauce.
And when you say kiss them, you mean with the
Kiss them
with
on
the
the
brush.
grill.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Kiss them on the grill.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
great.
kiss them
All
on
right.
the grill. We're not trying to grill them or cook them all the way through. That's already been done in the smoker. So we just want to add a little bit of flavor and some of the textures and the caramelization of the sauce on there.
Oh, what a great idea. So that's the way that you get the sauce to bake into it.
Right, exactly.
Because a lot of people, I think, or maybe it's just me and I'm calling myself out, but a lot of people cook with the barbecue sauce on the chicken, which I guess is one way to do it. But you say if you really want to get that nice brown, crispy chicken, do it with just the seasoning.
Do it with just the seasoning and hit it at the end with a little sauce and just do a short period of time on the grill.
Okay, I love that. All right, what next? Just
So we have one ready.
Okay. And it's going to look something like this.
It'll look something like this when it comes out. We'll give it another little brush here.
Okay.
Shine it up. And that's your finished product right there.
That looks amazing.
Maybe a little extra sig on it for service.
And walk me through one more time. We're setting the oven between 250 and 300?
Correct, yes.
And you're cooking it for more than an hour?
Usually it's more than an hour depending on the size of the bird, but I'd say an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe sometimes 2.5 depending on the size of the oven.
Okay,
the bird.
And if you've got one of those fancy dancy thermometers, what is our temperature that we're looking for?
The temperature you're looking for inside is 160.
Okay, 160, very exciting. So I didn't realize you guys kind of started in the Winter Park area and you're here in the South Tampa area.
We did.
Well, I gotta say thank you so much for joining us on Bloom and sharing this recipe. And in your cookbook, do you have all the recipes from Four Rivers?
A lot of the secrets are in the cookbook, absolutely. Some of the healthier side dishes that we serve in the smokehouses as well.
Yeah, because that's a big misnomer. A lot of people think that barbecue is not good for you, but there are ways to prepare it with health in mind.
Absolutely. We have chicken, smoked turkey, our smokehouse corn. We use a lot of local farmers and vegetables to incorporate into our side dishes also.
Oh, we'd love that when companies lift up local. So, well, thank you so much, Chef, for joining us on Bloom. It's been a pleasure, and I want to try some of that chicken. What we're going to do for you is share this recipe on bloomtampabay.com. And when we come back, we're trying a fun way to get in shape, hula hooping. But first, it's time for today's Bloom trivia question. Which fast food chain originally served barbecue? McDonald's, Burger King, or Arby's? We'll have the answer later on Bloom. We are back trying new fitness trends of joyful movement, having fun while you get in shape. Joining me now is the founder of Hula Fit, Abby Album. It is so great to see you again, Abby.
Great to see you too, Gayle.
So you kind of like paved the way for hula fitness, even creating specialized hoops.
Absolutely, we can customize the hoop based on the person's height, body type, and experience level.
And you know, we have a picture here, like hula hoop is not for children anymore. You can lose some major pounds hula hooping.
You sure can, and the great thing about it is when you find something you enjoy doing, you're much more likely to stick with it, which is why it becomes addictive and people want to keep doing it.
Yeah, we're looking at one of the folks that was hula hooping with you that lost a lot of weight. How many calories do you typically burn?
We burn an average of about 420 calories an hour, and yeah, Heather, who you saw, she lost over 100 pounds hula hooping.
Okay, I love it. Well, we brought along some friends of Bloom. We have Anastasia Turchetta, who is all things lifestyle and pet related here on Bloom, and Sarah Phillips, who was one time our intern, but now she's moved up in the ranks here at WFLA, joining their digital team. So ladies, thank you so much for being here. Walk us through a few little steps so we can get going.
Absolutely, yeah, I'd love to get a little combo going for you guys. So first things first, we're gonna start with the hoop flush against our lower back, 1 foot in front of the other. We're gonna bend our knees slightly, give the hoop a great big push, and we're gonna gently start rocking forward and back. Hands are out of the way. There you go, wonderful. So if the hoop starts to fall or we feel like we're losing it, we can increase our speed a little bit. That's one recovery. Another one, I'm gonna invite you guys to do this one with me. We're gonna turn in the direction of our spin. So let's see if we can do a turn. Beautiful job, you guys. That's so great. And I think we can do a little bit of a combo today if you guys want to put some moves together and see kind of like some foundations of hula hoop fitness.
Okay.
So we've got the waist hooping down. We're going to turn one more time. And as we come out of that turn, let's add a break. So we're going to grab the hoop with our hands to stop it. And then I'll add on from there. So one more time, big push. Turn. As you come out of that turn, let's break. You guys ready for the next part?
Yes.
All right, let's keep turning. We're gonna raise that hoop up overhead, lose one hand, and start coming into a body pass. So we've got an overhand grip, and we're just gonna keep our feet moving, because the idea of hula hoop fitness is we wanna stay in motion. We want to keep that heart rate up. And you guys are rocking it. Good job. Let's try it one more time.
All right, you want to get some music on?
Oh, I'd love that. Music makes everything better.
All right, and let me just do a quick shoe tie here and the sake of good TV to keep it going so Gayle doesn't bust it. And here we go.
Here we go. So waist hooping. Turn when you're ready. break, and you can keep that turn going as you pull up. Good work, guys. Then we're coming around for that march in place. Good work. All right, you guys. So let's see if we can add another little layer to this. If you guys want a challenge, try to kick up and pass it under your leg. It's all about timing, right? So we kick and pass.
I'm gonna let you do it.
Yep. There you go. And I'm just gonna loop this combo again because you guys are doing so great. So back on the waist. We can also dance a little bit, moving our feet, moving our arms and hands. And remember, if you're smiling, you're doing it right. So it's all about fun fitness. Yes, good work. So you guys ready for that combo again? Let's add our turn. Grab with your hands, drop those elbows in to pull it up. Body pass, march in place. Yes, you guys are rocking it.
Now,
so
do you want to
good.
give us a little advanced action with some of the stuff you do? We'll just kind of do like, do you want to move to this? Ah, nice. That's good. Now that's the advanced class, ladies.
And it's all about having fun, trying new things, and the more we practice like anything else, the more advanced we can become with it. So
that is really impressive. Now, do your students get to this level?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's all just about practice.
Yes.
And learning, because I think for beginners, we all did really well today, but
absolutely.
And to work up to that, that's where it gets really fun.
It is, because it's a flow practice. So sort of like in yoga, when you're piecing moves together and it becomes a mind, body, spirit practice, hooping works that way too. You're not consciously thinking about the moves. After a while, we learn the foundations, and then it just becomes a fluid dance and art form.
I love it. So what we're going to do is we're going to post this on our website, and we're going to hoop our way to break, and Bloom will be right back. Living the Tampa Bay lifestyle means enjoying the sand, sun, and outdoors fun. So get out, get active, and nurture those healthy habits. Hey there, I'm Gayle, host of Bloom. Now there's a new all-inclusive place with everything you need to shape your lifestyle, boost your health, and improve your wellness. BloomTampaBay.com, Tampa Bay's premier health and wellness website, made to help you feel good. Whether you're a fitness fanatic, beauty buff, or just want to take your first step towards positive change, this free website is for you. See the Bay Area's hottest fitness products, the latest workout crazes, and learn nutrition tips from the experts. Plus, discover local events and experiences designed with your well-being in mind. Cultivate a healthy mind, body, and soul. Check out BloomTampaBay.com, your local health and wellness website. That's BloomTampaBay.com. Welcome back. More people are trying natural ways to heal, and Dr. Kathleen Geringer is here with a tea that she says can help heal and seal your gut. Dr. Kathleen, it's always great to see you.
It's a pleasure in seeing you again.
And you always bring the coolest props, but this one could take the cake, the aloe.
Yes, it's a tremendous leaf. And aloe has been used in the traditional Chinese medicine for centuries. What the aloe plant does is that it helps to heal and seal our gut. So today, we're gonna make some green tea, aloe, and honey, a drink that's so healthy for you.
Okay, so show me how to cut the aloe. You say to start on the thick end.
Yeah, start on the thick end. So we go like this. See
Oh,
how
okay,
smooth that is?
yes.
Look at how beautiful this looks.
It's so pretty.
Yes, and so we cut it like that.
My mom always used to keep an aloe plant handy for any burns or any, medicinal healing purposes. But I think a lot of people don't realize that, including it and ingesting it is also very good for you.
Exactly, and it's so great for our skin. And I use it a lot, not just for healing, but actually a face mask. You can actually mix it and you put it in a blender and you grind it down, and it really helps. Here, let me put it this way.
That looks really good. It's almost like a
gel-like thing.
Yeah, it's really cool. And you cut all the skin off. And
yes,
then
you cut all the skin off, and then you dice it. See how gooey it looks?
Yes.
That's the sealing and healing the gut part. And what the aloe plant does is that it has this really nice gel-like consistency, so it almost tastes like boba.
Oh, okay.
Like boba tea.
Oh, that sounds, and people love that. That's all the craze. But this is the natural way of doing it.
Exactly, and then we dice it small little pieces.
All right. And then once you dice it up into little cubes, you actually put it into the prepared tea, which in this case, you used
green tea.
Green tea.
And the reason why I use green tea is because green tea has something called catechins. What that is high in anti-inflammatory, and it really helps with the gut health.
Okay.
So I put it in here. And while I'm doing this, I already have my tea boiling in here.
All right.
And green tea, we boil at 170 degrees.
Okay.
Black tea, we bring it all the way up to 212.
Good to know. I did not know there was a difference.
There's a difference. You want to cut now?
All right, I'll cut while you
Okay.
put the little cubes into the tea.
Sure.
Yeah, because I just wanted to get a feel of like what this was like. I've never actually
diced aloe.
No, I've used it for like burns and whatnot, but I've never actually had a chance to cut it. It's pretty cool. You should definitely try this.
And chopsticks. We use chopsticks for everything, so I'm going to use it to stir.
All right. And now so would you typically leave this in there for a minute?
Yes, I would leave it in there for a minute.
Okay.
Or I put it in the fridge. We can serve it hot or we can serve it cold.
Okay.
A lot of times people like to drink it cold, so I'll put it in the fridge and just let it sit there for like a couple hours and then take it out.
All right. And now it's time to heal and seal our guts.
Yes.
All right.
There we go. And here.
It's good. I see you sweetened it with a little bit of honey.
Yes. So we put a little honey in there.
Perfect. This is really, really delicious.
And you can actually taste the aloe.
It tastes so good.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah, this is really good. I could drink this all day. You guys have to give this a try. And just a shout out to our friends at Rolling Oats where she found this. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Kathleen. And you can watch how to put all of this together on bloomtampabay.com. And we'll be back with more Bloom right after this. So don't go away. It's time for today's Bloom trivia question. Which fast food chain originally served barbecue? McDonald's, Burger King, or Arby's? The answer is McDonald's. The first McDonald's restaurant opened in 1940 and was a barbecue restaurant that sold hot dogs. Who knew? Well, thank you so much for tuning into Bloom today. You can catch Bloom anytime by following us on social media. We're on all major platforms, so get a behind-the-scenes look at all of the innovative breakthrough health and wellness conversations and incredible guests that we have right here on Bloom. And don't forget to check out our podcast, The Bloom Health Club. You can catch it live on Facebook and YouTube on Mondays at 2 p.m. We take a deep dive and have extended conversations with some of the top guests that we have right here on Bloom. And of course, you can stream episodes anytime on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. Well, we hope you'll tune in again on the next Bloom presented by Lifeguard Imaging. We're exploring mental health predictions for 2024. We'll tell you about the new push in the art of work-life harmony. And the My Fairy Godfathers are back, empowering women through beauty, helping them become more confident physically and mentally. So stay healthy, everyone, and I will see you on the next Bloom.
Content segments during Bloom were paid for by Newsome Eye.
Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today.